What if you didn't have time to focus on getting your nutrition perfect, the perfect training regime, the perfect macro split, the unlimited amount of hours to be able to work out? If you didn't have all those things, but you still wanted to achieve results, could you lose weight in a quick way? Could you focus on just fat loss? Is that okay? I think it is. I know that there are so much information out on the internet now where people are scaring people into thinking that they're going to wreck their hormones, they're going to lose all their muscle. It's a really toxic way to lose weight quickly. And there are so many bad aggressive diets. I completely agree. I think we've gone through an era of, you know, aloe vera gel, fat freezes, juice programs. There are so many different bad ways to do an aggressive diet. The way that we do it with prioritizing protein, prioritizing strength training, I think makes the diet better than any other option, especially if you're someone who doesn't have a lot of time. If you're a really busy parent, I know it's a bit cliche to say busy parent, but we all are. If you've got a really busy life and you don't have a load of time, you might look at a training program by someone who's, let's face it, an athlete, telling you, right, you need to fuel your body, fuel your hormones, you need to follow this workout, put you in a minor moderate deficit. That is not a bad approach. I'm not saying that's a bad approach, but for a large majority of the population, they don't have the time to be able to do that. They need to be able to get in and get out, get the fat loss that they want, and then carry on with their life. We will teach you how to live at maintenance, how to build if you want to after that. But for a lot of people to start with, it's about losing the weight. It isn't about creating this perfect environment whereby you've got the perfect training regime, you've got the perfect nutrition that puts you in a 100-calorie deficit so that you're protecting your hormones. Life doesn't work like that. Our method is, let's get you in, let's prepare you right, let's get you into the aggressive diet, let's get you the results that you want, and then let's build from there. It doesn't have to be this perfect sort of life straight off the bat. And I know that a lot of people will see aggressive diets, or even with Ozempic or semaglutide. There's a lot of people in the fitness industry that are hating on those things, but for some people, those medications are going to be life saving, life changing, and if done right, they can get you to your goal, and then you can build from there. Yes, that with any diet, whether it be a moderate deficit or an aggressive deficit, there will be lean body mass. That is going to happen. But we mitigate that with our diet when it comes to increased protein intake, increased strength training. A lot of diets, when they're aggressive, they have zero protein, it's just calories to zero and go from there. Our diet does not do that. So I wanted to just try and do a video whereby I wanted to say that, kind of addressing points that people may have, like, if, like I say, if you're a busy person, you go, what can I focus on? I don't have a lot of time. I don't really have time to train. I don't have time to put that into my routine, but I really want to make a start. For a lot of people, it might be that they need to lose the weight first. You might need to lose the weight first before you feel comfortable to maybe step in the gym or feel comfortable running. Carrying the extra weight might hurt to take on running or walking. Those things will get easier with weight loss. So if you do it in the right way, and let's face it, if you can do it a quick way, isn't that amazing? Like, get it done quickly. And then you can go on to building. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It can't be, right, this approach, this slow and steady whilst building. For a lot of people, that is a great approach. It's a fantastic approach, but it isn't the only approach. It doesn't mean that we have to hate on something more aggressive. An aggressive approach can get you the fat loss that you want, and then we can build from there. We can build muscle. We can learn to live at maintenance. We can learn to live at that lower body weight. It does not mean you're going to regain all the weight after. We focus on teaching you how to maintain that new lower weight. So if you're seeing a lot of stuff online, whether it be, fear mongering around hormones or ruining your metabolism and things like that, just know that you can do something aggressive. You can spend a short period of time in an aggressive diet in a safe and controlled way whilst being coached through different periods. You can have days at maintenance, weeks at maintenance, And then once you hit your goal, you can build from there. You can have the perfect workout routine where you're building muscle. You can have the healthy habits of getting your steps in. All these things can build as you go along. But if your goal is to lose weight, and that is a perfectly acceptable goal to have. If that is your goal right now, why not do it quick? Why not get in and get out and build from there? It's not going to damage you. I just want to make that clear. It's not going to damage you. When done right, doing our protocol in an aggressive diet, you do not ruin your metabolism. You do not lose or wreck your hormones. You're going to be in a safe space to be able to get some really healthy habits that are going to change your life for the long term. Yeah, I just wanted to get that out there. This has obviously been a little bit off plan, not scripted. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to be doing a lot more deeper dives into why an aggressive diet is the best diet ever. But yeah, I just wanted to create something now quickly because I've just seen so much scaremongering, hating on these aggressive diets, and even like I was saying, like I'll do a video on semaglutide. You know, you might know it as Ozempic or Manjaro. These weight loss drugs, in the wrong hands, are dangerous. Don't get me wrong, and for some people, there are terrible side effects, but they are life changing for a lot of people. I know people have reached out to me and told me how they've changed their lives. So hating on something that's aggressive just because it goes against what you believe or what you might think, um, yeah, I think it's silly. There's so much research out there that can back up why an aggressive diet is the right approach. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will hopefully see you soon.